Imagine a city, beautiful and historic. Now imagine it engulfed in flames. Buildings crumble. People flee. This isn't a movie. This was Dresden in 1945. And Kurt Vonnegut, author of Slaughterhouse-Five, was there. Vonnegut's experience in Dresden during World War II became the foundation for his most celebrated work. He was a prisoner of war, hiding in a slaughterhouse basement as the city burned above. This event, a horrific display of destruction, serves as a chilling backdrop for this mind-bending story. Slaughterhouse-Five isn't just a war story. It's a journey through time, trauma, and the absurdity of it all. It's about how we cope with the unimaginable, how we make sense of chaos. And it's a story that continues to resonate today. A Slaughterhouse-Five isn't your typical war story. It's told through the eyes of Billy Pilgrim, a World War II veteran who becomes unstuck in time. Imagine jumping from one moment to another, reliving your past and glimpsing your future. He's a prisoner of war one moment, an optometrist the next. He even gets abducted by aliens from the planet Tralfamadore. These aliens symbolize Billy's detached view of his life, especially the horrors in Dresden. Why should a book written decades ago about a war long over matter to you? Because Slaughterhouse-Five isn't just about the past. It's about the human condition. It's about the impact of trauma, the absurdity of violence, and the search for meaning in a chaotic world. We live in a world saturated with information. We see images of war and violence on our screens daily. Vonnegut's novel, though born from a specific historical event, speaks to the universal experiences of fear, loss, and the struggle to find peace. It encourages us to question what we see, to think critically about the narratives we're told. And in a world grappling with conflict and division, that's a message we all need to hear. Billy's journey takes him from the battlefields of Europe to the bizarre landscapes of Tralfamadore. We witness the brutality of war, the banality of civilian life, and the mind-boggling possibilities of time travel. One moment he's huddled with fellow soldiers in the freezing cold, the next he's celebrating his daughter's wedding. The constant shifts in time mirror Billy's fragmented state of mind, a consequence of the trauma he endures. Through these disjointed experiences, Vonnegut paints a vivid and disturbing portrait of war's impact on the human psyche. He shows us that the scars of war run deep, often manifesting in unexpected and surreal ways. Before we continue, if you're enjoying the content, hit like and subscribe for more insightful summaries. Billy Pilgrim is an unlikely hero. He's passive, fatalistic, and seemingly unfazed by the extraordinary situations he finds himself in. But that's precisely what makes him such a compelling character. He's a reflection of the absurdity he encounters. Imagine being abducted by aliens displayed naked in a zoo-like exhibit. That's just another Tuesday for Billy. His detachment, his acceptance of the unbelievable, speaks to the numbing effect of trauma. He's a man who has seen too much, experienced too much, to be surprised by anything anymore. And through Billy, Vonnegut challenges us to consider the different ways we cope with pain, loss, and the overwhelming chaos of the world. It's brutal, senseless, and leaves an indelible mark. Vonnegut thrusts us into the firebombing of Dresden, confronting the horrific consequences. But Slaughterhouse-Five isn't just an anti-war novel. It's a meditation on time, free will, and reality. The Tralfamadorians perceive all moments in time simultaneously. They teach Billy that death is just a transition, not an end. Vonnegut doesn't just tell us a story, he makes us feel it. He uses vivid imagery, dark humor, and a conversational tone that draws you into Billy's chaotic world. You feel the chill of the prison camp, the terror of the bombing, the disorientation of time travel. He doesn't shy away from the emotional impact of these experiences. He describes the sights, sounds, and smells of war, immersing you in the sensory details that stay with you long after you finish the book. This immersive storytelling makes the unimaginable real. It forces you to confront the human cost of war, the lasting effects of trauma, and the importance of empathy in a world that often feels cold and indifferent. Imagine being thrust into Billy's shoes. Imagine experiencing the disorientation of time travel, the horrors of war, the absurdity of being abducted by aliens. How would you react? What would you learn? Slaughterhouse-Five isn't just a story to be read, it's an experience to be felt and contemplated. It challenges you to consider your own beliefs about time, free will, and the meaning of life. It asks you to confront the uncomfortable realities of war, the impact of trauma, and the importance of seeking understanding in a world often driven by conflict and division. Slaughterhouse-Five isn't a comfortable read. It's challenging, thought-provoking, and at times deeply unsettling. But within its pages lies a powerful message of peace, empathy, and the importance of questioning the narratives we're told. Vonnegut's masterpiece encourages us to look beyond the headlines, to see the human faces behind the statistics, and to recognize the absurdity of violence in a world capable of so much more. It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope for understanding, for connection, and for a future where war is not the answer. Slaughterhouse-Five is just the beginning. It's an invitation to explore the world of literature, history, and the human condition. If you found yourself captivated by Vonnegut's unique style and thought-provoking themes, there's a whole universe of stories waiting to be discovered. Dive into the satirical world of Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. Explore the emotional depths of The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. Or journey through the harrowing reality of trench warfare in All Quiet on the Western Front by Eric Maria Remarque. These stories, like Slaughterhouse-Five, offer glimpses into the human experience, challenging us to think critically, feel deeply, and connect with others on a deeper level. We reached the end, but before you leave, join our community of passionate readers by simply subscribing to our channel, where your love for knowledge and great stories truly matters.